Now, the second part of the compensation model, this is an optional plan. This is called the affiliate marketing plan. And whereas the personal referral box is included with your account free of charge, everybody participates. To participate in the dual team system, you need to be an affiliate. And to become an affiliate, you must have purchased one of the affiliate packages. It's a one-time purchase, and it just determines your affiliate status at Karatbars. So I'm going to show you how this works. Now, the term dual team gives us a few clues on a couple things. First of all, dual means two. We're going to build two teams. We're going to build a left team and a right team. And also, it pays two income streams. It's going to pay direct commissions for new affiliates that join as a result of your referring them to Karatbars, and it's going to pay team cycle bonuses, and that's very exciting because that's where the entire team participates in the overall growth of the company and the overall growth of your organization. It requires a one-time business package. So in other words, you're going to buy one of the business packages, you do it once, and there are no further ongoing qualifications. Unlike MLM, which recognizes levels and requires you to have qualifying purchases every single month in order to participate in the compensation plan, none of that happens here. Basically, the affiliate marketing system works simply because you're an affiliate, and you're an affiliate simply because you bought one of the affiliate packages. Once that's done, there are no further ongoing qualifications to you whatsoever. So let me show you how this works. All right, so here we are. There are 4 different affiliate packages available to choose from. There's a bronze, silver, gold, and VIP. And each one of those packages entitles you to a different level of direct package bonus. So this is the direct commission that goes to you for referring another affiliate. So if you're a bronze, it pays 5%. If you're a gold, it pays 15%. If you're a VIP, it pays 20%. The commission that you earn is not determined by the package that somebody else buys. The commission level that you earn is a function solely of your status based on the package that you bought. It is your affiliate status that determines the amount that you earn, not the package that the other person bought. Now, I looked at these numbers and I thought, wait a minute, same number of referrals, same number of phone calls, same number of presentations. I can pick up 5% or I can pick up 20%. To me, it just made sense to become a VIP because it was within my financial means to do that. So that's how that works. This is just a one-time payment to you as a way to say thank you, and your status determines how much you will have earned. You got that? Perfect. All right. Most people don't have a problem with that. I think it's pretty clean. It's very simple. All right, let me show you part 2. And this is where we start getting into these things called cycle bonuses. We have our 4 packages again. Again, the status that you hold based on the package that you purchased determines the amount of cycle bonus that you're going to receive. Now, here's what this looks like. Every single product within the Karatbars system has units associated with them. Units really are nothing more than a representation of profit sharing units. It's a representation really of the profit margin of the product itself. Smaller products will have smaller profit margins. More expensive products will have higher profit margins on them. And so here we see we have these things called units. Units are just a representation of the amount of profit sharing that the company shares back with the field. Okay? So let's show you how this works. So everything's got a unit attached to it. A bronze package generates 5 units, a silver 20, gold 50, and VIP 100. All of the gold also has units attached to it. So 1 gram of gold generates 1 unit. The 2.5 card generates 2 units, and a 5 gram card generates 3 units. Now, every time you accumulate 75 units, you get a cycle bonus. And it's the size of the package that you purchased that determines the amount of your cycle bonus. So every time you hit 75 units, if you're a VIP, you get 80 euros. If you're a silver, you get 40 euros. And if you're a bronze, you get 10 euros. And I looked at this again. I said, well, wait a minute. Same number of phone calls, same presentations, same effort, 10 euros, 80 euros. I think I'd rather get the 80 euros per cycle. Now, I want to show you how this works. We're going to make this really, really, really simple. All right? So, by the way, this is all happening at the same time that your personal referral box is happening. Okay? So here it is. So you've taken a look at the presentation. You've decided that you'd like to become an affiliate. You buy your package. So this is going to be my story. I'm going to show you exactly what happened with me, but this is my story. This is your story. This could very well be anyone's story because it replicates over and over and over again. All right. In the Karatbars system, black represents VIP, so I'm part of the all-black team, and here I am. This is me with my VIP. Now, let me tell you how this happened. I got a call one Saturday back in July of 2014, end of July, and a buddy of mine named Greg calls me up and says, would you want to come out and take a look at this presentation about Karatbars? And to be honest with you, Karatbars, I thought it was a network marketing company, and I thought it was some kind of new energy concoction and made probably from carrots, and it was loaded with beta carotene and talking about the health benefits, and I wasn't interested. But he convinced me that it wasn't about carrots, that it was actually about gold bullion, and I said, all right, I'll come and take a look. Well, I listened to the presentation, and it definitely caught my attention because I do believe in gold, and I've been buying gold, and I certainly loved the fact that I could now help people that couldn't afford gold get it, and I even more loved the fact that I could now earn a commission from it. So I watched the presentation. There were about 250 people in the room that day, and I basically left early and went home straight to my computer and signed up because I wanted to be in the system before everybody else in that room was. So here's what happened. So I join up. Now later that evening, a friend of mine named George is hosting a barbecue. He's got a summer barbecue. There's a fireworks show that goes on here in Vancouver. And so I head over to George's place, and we're having a chat about things. And I just looked at him and I said, I did something today that I didn't think I'd ever do again. And he said, well, what's that? And I said, well, I joined a network marketing company. You did what? I said, yeah, I joined a network marketing company. Why? I said, it's gold. It's real gold bullion. And they've got a system that not only will allow me to get gold from the system without any out-of-pocket expense, but actually make it affordable to the masses, and it pays heavy residual income as a result. He said, you're kidding me, right? And I said, nope, not at all. This is totally for real. Unbeknownst to me, while we were having this little party on his deck, George went into his office and signed up, looked at it, and based on the strength of my word, went and bought himself a VIP position. I got home from that barbecue, I looked at my genealogy tree, and boom, and there's George sitting right there. Now, he bought a VIP package, and that generated 100 units. Okay, so if we look at that little chart in the upper left-hand corner, I know that if somebody buys a VIP, it generates 100 units into my dual team plan. And every time there's 75 units, I get a cycle bonus. But here's the kicker. The 75 units can't come from one side. Karatbars is always looking for a combination, 50 units from one side and 25 units from the other side. It doesn't care whether it's 50 from the right or 50 from the left, 25 from the right or 25 from the left. It's always looking for combinations of 50 and 25 that add up to 75. And when that happens, it triggers a cycle. So I got these 100 units there, but it doesn't really do much for me, because it's not balanced out. I haven't been able to create a cycle out of that. Well, this is the end of July. I'm a motorcycle rider. I get on my motorcycle. My wife and I take a nice trip every summer. And last year we went through the Rocky Mountains and ended up going through Idaho, Montana, and Idaho. And we were going through Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I got a buddy named Bruce that lives there. So I pulled into his place, spent the night with him, had dinner, and over the course of dinner, basically said to Bruce, listen, I've just joined a network marketing organization. He was a little surprised by that. I have a very busy corporate training business. I travel a lot. I spend a lot of time on stage. Well, where do you find the time? I said, well, listen, this is an easy conversation. It's all about gold. He says, what? I said, it's real gold. Give you the ability to actually get gold from a system with no out-of-pocket expense, and it pays heavy residual income. He says, really? And so he says, show me the website. So I pulled out my computer. I showed him what I knew about it. And he says, okay, you're going to do this? I said, yeah, I'm going to do this. So Bruce says, all right, well, then I'm in. So Bruce comes along, and right there while we're sitting there at dinner, he pulls out his computer. He signs up. He says, listen, a VIP is a little rich for my blood. I'm going to come in as a gold package. So here's what happened. Bruce, right there in his backyard, signs up and becomes a gold affiliate. Well, if I look at my cheat sheet, gold triggers 50 units. So now I got 100 on the left, and I've got 50 on the right. And what happens? Well, that triggers for me 2 cycles. How many times does 50 go into 100? Twice. How many times does 25 go into 50? Twice. Boom. I've got 2 cycles. And look what happens now. My piggy bank opens up, and bang, because I'm a VIP, I get 80 euros a cycle. If I were a gold, I would have got 60. If I were a silver, I would have got 40. You see how this works? So I get 160 euros into my piggy bank instantly. But wait a minute. There's something else we can't forget. Because I was the sponsoring affiliate, I also get the direct package commission. And if we go look at the right-hand chart, I know that if I'm a VIP, I get 20% of whatever they bought. If I'm a silver, I get 10% of whatever they bought. So I'm a VIP. I now just got 20% of George's gold, and I got 20% of Bruce's silver. That kicks in for me another 431 euros. Boom, my piggy bank now with one move is up to 591 euros, and that's exactly how this thing worked. Now, I get back from my motorcycle trip. I'm a pretty busy guy, so I'm traveling around, and I check my genealogy pretty much every day to see what's going on. And one day, this lady over here, her name is Sue, I think. She just shows up in my organization. So I call Bruce and I said, "Hey, Bruce, did you just sponsor somebody? Did you enroll somebody in the program?" He said, "No, wasn't me." I have no idea who she is, and I don't know where she came from, but I know this. Because we're only building two teams, a left and a right, if all the positions above me have been filled, it must fall down to the sponsoring person's left or right team, and that's exactly what happened. Somebody sponsored somebody, and this lady named Sue shows up underneath Bruce on my right team and on Bruce's left team. See how that works? Very interesting. Well, George, in the meantime, has a conversation. He sends some emails out through LinkedIn and to people that he knows, and a lady by the name of Julie Cochran shows up. Julie shows up, and she decides to buy a VIP package. So now there's 100 units sitting over there again, and I got nothing over on the right. Now there's 100 units sitting there for George also, and that's how that goes. I head off to Toronto one Friday. I was giving a keynote at a conference in Toronto on a Friday afternoon, and I get on the stage in the morning, and before I go up there, I check my genealogy, and not much has really happened. I mean, Julia's sitting there, and this, some other people in the meantime have come in. So I've got all these units sitting down on my right-hand side, and while I'm giving this talk, I don't know what happens, but all of a sudden, a bunch of people show up. I'm finished up around noon. I come back open. I flip open my laptop, and all of a sudden, a bunch of people have shown up down here. And I call up my buddy Bruce, and I said, "Did you enroll somebody?" He says, "Yeah, I got a little busy, and so here's what happened. He enrolled Fred enrolled Ralph enrolled, I'm not even sure what happened. Some of these people just dropped in. So here we go. I've now got 570 units on my left. I've got 300 units on my right. I had no conversation with any of these people, and if I take 570 divided by 5, it goes by 50. It gives me 11 cycles over here and 12 cycles over on the right. So I get 11 cycles out of this. Now I'm a VIP, 11 times 80, 880 euros go into my piggy bank while I'm out doing my regular work. And that's exactly how this works. But there's a little more to this story. So now the people that I've referred, they start sponsoring some people. So now I got a bunch of more units sitting down on the right. And one afternoon, I get a call from an old friend of mine. His name is Vince. Vince is a client of mine in my sales training practice and business. He's got a high-tech company. I worked with him a few years ago, trained his whole company, and he calls me up one day and just says, "Hey, listen, I think I'm ready for some new training. We've hired some new people. I want to, reevaluate our value proposition. Can you help me with this?" And I said, "Sure, I think I can probably do that. So why don't we grab lunch, have a chat, and see where that goes?" So we're sitting down for lunch one afternoon, talking about the consulting work he's asking me to do for him, and we come to agreement on what it's going to look like and how we're going to go about it. We shake hands, and it's pretty much concluded. We're going to work together, and so we're still finishing our lunch, and Vince just looks at me and says, "So what else are you up to?" I said, "Well, I'm still riding my motorcycle, and I still really love my road bike, and I love bicycling." And I said, "But I've started a side project. I'm working with this company out of Germany that makes gold available and affordable to people that couldn't otherwise get their hands on it. And it's paying very significant commissions, great bonuses." And he says, "Really?" He says, "Well, I'm into gold. Tell me about it." So I gave him a couple words on Karatbars, showed him what it was, sent him a web link, basically said, "Here, go back to your office, go to this website, watch this video, and if you like what you see there, give me a call." Well, apparently that's exactly what he did, because he went back to his office, and about 3 hours later, I got an email, "Congratulations, you've just sponsored a brand new affiliate," and bang, there you go. Vince is sitting right there. Vince apparently watched that video and signed himself up as a VIP. So that gives me another 100 units over here. Well, now I got a bunch of units down the right, so that triggers some more cycle bonuses. I also get the direct commission on that. But Vince, very shortly thereafter, introduces his friend Renardo. Renardo comes in, he buys a gold package. There's a bunch of units sitting there now. And about a day later, Vince calls me up. He says, "I want to introduce you to my friend Hernan." So Hernan basically comes in. We have a little presentation. He comes in. He buys a VIP package. He introduces his sister Julie. Julie comes in. She buys a VIP package. There's a bunch of units here. I get another payday. But here's what happened next. I've got my buddy George sitting up here. And even though those units have disappeared for me, because every time they cycle and turn into cash, they disappear for me, but they're sitting there and accumulating for George. When Vince comes in, it triggers a bunch of cycles down because George had all those units sitting down his left, and now there's a bunch of brand new units sitting down his right. And a couple of weeks go by, and George calls me up one day. This is a true story. George calls me up and he says, "Hey Howard, I just went to the ATM machine and I pulled out my MasterCard, put it in the machine, and I just found $3,500 sitting on my card. Where did it come from?" And I honestly just started laughing. I just looked at him and through the phone. Looked at him through the phone, and I basically said, "Well, I knew sooner or later you were going to figure this out and probably give me a call." And I said, "I tell you what, I got busy, and some of the stuff that you had done previously, I basically sponsored a bunch of people, and you just had a very good payday." And George says to me, "All right, buddy, you've got my attention." And since that time, George and I have kind of rolled up our sleeves, and we're working together now. And, this is a very, very typical story. This is exactly how this works. It's a system of duplication, harnessing a very simple methodology. You don't need to be a perfect presenter. You don't need to be a spectacular salesperson. You don't need to be a spectacular speaker. You just need to be a great inviter. If you can be an incredible inviter and invite people to come and get the information, the system will work because people just get the value proposition. Hedge yourself against inflation, create meaningful gold savings, and let the system do the work. The system will work if you work the system, and that's exactly how this works. And that's it. The commissions are paid weekly. Every week, commissions in the dual team system get paid out onto this prepaid MasterCard here. So you're going to get paid 5 times a month. The personal referral box is going live time. That came free with your account, and once a month it pays. And then this dual team system, based on the direct package bonuses and these team cycle bonuses, you get paid every Friday based on what happened during the previous week. It goes right into your prepaid MasterCard. It's deposited in euros. You can use this card anywhere around the world. It is not a credit card. It is a debit card. And it's unbelievable. It really, really, I'm telling you the truth. The system works if you work the system. The third component here, and I really didn't talk about this, Karatbars also has what they call their autosave program. Now, this is a savings program. Everything at Karatbars is all about creating real, meaningful inflationary hedge and meaningful savings accounts. And this is a program that rewards savers. And there's another component that goes with this. So we tell everybody to put themselves on an autosave program, put a gram a week, put aside a gram a week, put aside a gram a week, put aside a gram a week. And as we build our team, we get everybody doing the same thing so that they create real savings for themselves. And like we saw in the personal referral box, that'll kick out somewhere between, when you get 300 people doing that, that kicks out somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000 in annual income for doing absolutely nothing but saving money. But on top of all of that, Karatbars also will automatically deposit gold into your savings account, real gold bullion. And every time you trigger 200 euros in commissions, they're going to send you 1 gram of gold. Every time you trigger 1,000 euros in commissions, they put 2 grams of gold into your account. 2,500 euros triggers 3 grams of gold, and 4,000 euros will trigger 4 grams of gold. This is a program for savers, and what I love about it the most, it goes right back to how we started this whole presentation. This is a program that will show you how to change some of your spending habits into savings habits and pay you in both cash and gold for doing it. And what I love about it the most, there is no spending, no storing, no inventory, just saving money and growing your assets, saving money and hedging yourself against inflation. That's what this is all about, and I hope you can now see why we're so excited about this, and I hope you'll come and join us. Thanks very much. That's Howard Olson. I hope this compensation plan is clear to you now.